Black men need to start standing up and correcting the black woman, because if not, we are doomed. I just wanted to say that initially when I watched it, I wasn't really super impressed. And I think it's because I expected that of Dave Chappelle. Just watching him over the years, he's always to me been very fearless and just doing whatever. And so I didn't think anything had changed. You know, what I did notice, as you were talking about, you know, he came after everybody. And he came after the Jews, the LGBTQ element of he came after Hollywood, he came after feminists. So I did feel like he covered everything. But when I was listening to you, you did point out that he did not say anything about black women. And there's a meme where it's all of these guns pointed towards black men. And one of those guns is from a black woman.
Been telling y'all that for years.
How
been telling y'all that for years.
Dave got on everybody that he thought could be an enemy to the black man, but he did not mention black women.
Not black people, the black man.
If I have to give him any praise, it would be leaving this lane open. And then I have to praise you for acknowledging that no one is standing there and give me the ability to step in that lane for a few minutes. Because I have been saying for the longest time, black women are above criticism right now. And I don't know why that is or where it came from, but it needs to stop. Because this is why you're seeing us run amok, and it's not helpful. This is why black women can be shaking their ass in a restaurant, and when the owner tries to correct them, they go and ruin his Yelp review. This is why you can see Keisha Lance Bottom tearing up Atlanta with an understaffed police force and high crime, but no one will say anything about her. This is why Cori Bush and people like Stacey Adams are being heralded as the epitome of black excellence, when they could really be poster children for obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure. This is why Joe Biden could have spoken to any woman in America that he wanted to, but he talked to Cardi B, who could barely string a sentence together, but no one wanted to say anything because she's a black woman. This is why you have single black women having children, having child after child, but no one wants to say anything as she screams, "I don't need a man," while she teaches your daughters these same values and raise your sons to be gangbangers and no one wants to say anything to black women. This is exactly why I myself hold back a lot, because I know that there's a group of black women that would have a problem with what I have to say. But this is why right now I don't care. I am like Miss Seeley when Harpo came to talk to her to say, "I can't get Sophia to listen. Sophia won't listen to anything I say." And Miss Seeley said, "Beat her." I'm not saying literally, but I am saying that black men need to start standing up and correcting the black woman, because if not, we are doomed. So I want every black woman and any woman of any color now to march your ass through the cornfields, pushing the stalks to the left and to the right, and come and step to me and say, "You told Harpo to beat me," so I can say yes. Because it's time out for us not having correction. It is time out for y'all causing all black women to look like immoral, materialistic assholes.
What's up, y'all? People, what you just listened to was a woman. And a woman that understands the culture of black women is a shady one. I, myself, have been saying this for years. I've been coming under criticism myself. And when you listen to this woman speak, and you say to yourself, what exactly is behind this woman's, what's driving this woman? It's because when you are great, and great is now being replaced with bullshit, it ruffles your feathers. What y'all have listened to me for years, what y'all been listening to for years, is an individual that strives for perfection. That's what my daddy taught me. My daddy taught me how to be a man. I don't know how to be a player. I don't know how to be all these All these other narratives that black women say men are, I don't know them. I take care of myself. You can go look at my videos where I started gaining weight, started looking fucked up. I said, yo, we gonna pull this shit together. I keep myself, I'm not perfect, but I strive for perfection. When I've tried to explain to people this perspective and this narrative, the comments was overwhelmingly wrong. Now, Shemeka Michelle is helping the world understand, and if you listen to what she said, I know when I say this, a group of women gonna step to me. I want to be clear about something. The way you kill and the way you beat a black woman, don't allow them to deflect. A black woman cannot hold an intellectual conversation. They're dumb. Let me say that again. A black woman cannot hold an intellectual conversation. They're fucking dumb. When you find one that can, hold on to that individual. When you find a woman that will allow you to criticize her and say, I'm working on it, and say, I'm working on it is fake anyway, but even acknowledge the fact. Whenever you tell a woman you have a problem with them, that's the time for them to listen. They only know how to rebuttal. They do not and will not allow you to think of them any less than the superstar in the relationship. But why did Shemeka Michelle say all that? Why is Shemeka Michelle, why is she saying, go in the club and shake their ass, and then when you try to stop them, when a manager comes to try to stop them, they mess up his Yelp review? Because black women are not interested in authority other than the white man. They're not. The only time the only man that a black woman would listen to is a white man. People, I'm going to tell y'all what happened yesterday. At 53 years old now, I got up yesterday and I had some stuff that was weighing on me. I didn't know it was weighing on me, but when I listen to my friends, I have to take my own advice. And I ended up apologizing to two females yesterday. And I didn't apologize to them for anything that I did wrong. I apologized to both of them under the context of, I apologize for not allowing you to right the wrong that you've done. That's what I told them. I apologize for not allowing you to right the wrong. I apologize for not giving you a chance to right yourself. I just said enough. I ended up having about a 5-hour conversation with one of them. This is a woman that I've dated. Oh, actually, I spoke about her. I said she's the woman that came to the door, and she said she seen my car. We ended up talking for about 5 hours yesterday. And this woman is very successful. She has a brand new 2021 Jeep. She now lives up north. I'm in Virginia. She now lives up north. Works at the Pentagon. And people, the narrative that I give y'all today, and that narrative is, black women walk around here under the context of, my family will help me, my family will help me. And that is in fact a lie. That's a lie. They don't have nobody to help them. And what I tell you guys is what I always would tell you. My house, I live at 1313 Mockingbird Lane. And at 1313 Mockingbird Lane, nobody cares about 1313 Mockingbird Lane but yours truly. It's my house. Even if I left 1313 Mockingbird Lane and I traveled myself down Main Street, nobody gives a fuck about that location of where I stand but me. I got a chance to talk to this woman yesterday, and I was not talking like I didn't present this narrative to her in 2015 when her and I were dating. And I ended up talking to this woman, And this woman said, my stepmom and I had a falling out. She wanted to sell the house. She ended up selling the house that I grew up in. And her consolation to making me feel good is to give me anything out of the house. And she was like, well, why are you selling my daddy's house? This is the house I grew up in, blah, 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 blah. And I was just saying to myself, I didn't say this to her. She was doing what was best for her. But then the only one thing that I told her is, I said, listen, the reason why I thought you and I was going to make it is because your mother died when you was 3 years old. You was raised by your father, and then he got married, his stepmother, and then stepsister and brother came with that. And I thought that you wanted an authentic family. I thought it was easy with you. So, you know, about an hour later, she then said, I want to have a child. Down there is not my life anymore. My brother is only my brother because him and I got the same father, but I have no connection with my sisters. They're not my brother. And my stepmom and I, she ended up selling my dad's house and ended up moving into her mother's house that passed away. She did what was best for her. And in my head is going, cha-ching, cha-ching. And she's like, I spent Christmas and I spent New Year's alone. For the first time in my life, this pandemic taught me I better start my own family. She's 38 years old. I was dating her, she was 32. She's 38. And I'm sitting down there listening to her saying, wow. You know, I'm saying this to myself. Wow. I tell black women this all the time. But black women don't want to listen. Black women are under the black women are under the perspective of my family will always be there for me. I'm telling you now, me and my family close. I just was dating a chick for a couple of months. And Thanksgiving, didn't want to come to my house. Christmas, didn't want to come to my house. We broke up. Look, it was nice knowing you. This perspective and this narrative that you're doing, you're building a life with your family and everything is, you're finding ways to always do things with your family. I'm not interested in that. But I was talking to this woman yesterday. And it was good to hear all the things that she was saying. I want to buy some land and I would just want to breed dogs. But Chris, I want a husband. I'm listening to her like, what? And I'm listening to her. And the reason why this woman had my attention, because of this. We was actually video chatting. And she showed me her phone. She pulls out her phone and she's sending me all these pictures. This is one of the pictures she sent me. Beautiful woman. That's one of the pictures she sent me. Right? She sends me this picture. Beautiful woman. And then she's showing me text messages of conversations she's having with the two boyfriends that she had since 2016. And I'm reading the text messages she's showing me. And one dude said, I think you need to give up on Chris. He obviously is in a relationship and he's not thinking about you. Another conversation she shows me, well, why are you always comparing me to him? And I'm just listening to her. And what she says to me is, you knew that my tough side was nothing but hype. When I present my tough side to a lot of men, I'm successful at it. She said, you knew even a couple of times we was going at it, the couple of times you said to me, all right, look, enough. And I remember all those times. And as she was talking, I realized that the 6 years or 6 years or so, 5 years, because it's 2016, she matured into the person she should have been. And then I had to really sit there and rewind time. Oh, I was fucking with a 32-year-old. She was making $115,000 a year. She was high on herself. So I'm just listening to her. Then I played back the conversation I had with the idiot on Sunday. And the idiot that I had, the conversation with the idiot that I had on Sunday, the woman that said, I'm glad my child's father wasn't around because a 2-parent household confuses the kids. And then she said, you took that out of context because you wanted to. Everything means different to you. I said, well, there's no other way that can mean. Then I said, so let me ask you a question. I said, because I've spoken to thousands of men that women mother feel the same way. I said, so let me ask you a question. 3 questions. Did you ever call the cops? Why did you feel as though your children was better off with you and not with their father? Because of the lifestyle that they had, this and all that. I said, so to bring them in this world, he qualified. But now for the child to live, they don't qualify no more? I say, last question. Have any of your kid been diagnosed with being retarded, HD, or anything like that? She said no. I said, okay, well, how is it that you know what's best for 3 children with a mind of their own, and all of your kids today got careers and doing better than you, and you don't? You're unemployed. One of your son is in the Army, 5+ years now. Your daughter is a college professor. She teaches college. She's a college aide, something. Then I said, your other daughter worked for the state. I said, all of them got employment and you don't. How is it that everybody's doing better than you? She gets mad. I said, you know what? You down in Mississippi now. You came up here last year to your house for 5 months. You went back down there. I said, now you're back down in Mississippi. You won't be back here to Virginia till about late February and March. I said, let me ask you a question. What other 40-year-old person you know has a lifestyle like yours? Nobody. And I said, you know, the unfortunate thing is you think that stupidity makes you so different and on the better side. I said, it actually makes you stupid. I said, but you know what? The conversation was the reason why you and I can't be in a relationship. And I played back the conversation what that woman was telling me, and I played back the conversation with a woman I was having with just the day before. And then I remember ending the conversation with that idiot telling her, you know what? The problem with you is it's impossible to have an adult conversation with you. And I said, that's why I stopped having sex with you. I said, because I'm going to tell y'all again, she had a big old booty. People, I used to have both hands on her ass like this. And when it was time for me to bust a nut, I pushed my dick all in that pussy. What are you going to do? Y'all knew the antics was coming. But I said, Lord, I'm more disciplined than that. That's why she be like, oh, so that's why you stopped coming to my house? That's what, yeah. I'm not having sex with you no more. If not, I'm doubling up on condom, but you said you wanted a baby. Yeah, baby, but not by you. 24 hours later, I'm talking to a woman that says, I want a baby now. I want a family. And she says I want a baby and I want a family because she realizes the ignorance and stupidity of, I'm successful, I don't need a man. That's what she was screaming. In so many words. When you listen to Shemeka speak, when you listen to Shemeka talk, and what she said was, when you listen to Shemeka Michelle, and what Shemeka Michelle, what she said is, it's time for a pause. It's time for correction. Let me replay that what she said, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean by that. Let's play this.
Assholes. Now to march your ass through. To march your ass through the cornfields, pushing the stalks to the left and to the right, and come and step to me and say, you told Harpo to beat me, so I can say yes, because it's time out for us not having correction.
It's time out for us not having correction. It's time out for that. Black women don't have correction. the first thing that you're going to notice, remember a couple of years ago, I was saying, if you talk to them for over 3 minutes, get your head examined. I took that all the way down to 45 seconds. If you have a conversation with a black woman for over 45 seconds, get your fucking head examined. I had a conversation with the woman on Sunday. I had a conversation with her for about 15 minutes. Why 14 minutes and 45 seconds more? Why 14 minutes and 15 seconds over? Because I was just beating in heads with her. Bitch, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. But I ended it with the understanding. I just can't ever have an adult conversation with you. Atia LaShawn Bradley taught me that. I just didn't understand it in repetition when it was first exposed to me. If you don't think your woman don't have correction, you're married, whatever. If you don't think so, let her listen to Shemeka Michelle. Just let her listen to her. And just listen to shit boil up out of her head. And you'll understand that black women don't have correction, nor are they interested in correction. Catch you on the next one, y'all.